Welcome to the final episode of Billy's Monster Madness. I wanted to finish off Monster Madness with something big. And what could be bigger than Diablo himself? Uh, it's not officially Diablo, the Lord of Destruction, Diablo 2 version of Diablo, and it's certainly not the McFarlane Diablo, which doesn't exist, and the McFarlane Diablo figures actually look like trash. They look like trash. They're statues. They are not action figures. They are statues with limited articulation in the arms to swap out parts. That is why I was hell-bent on finding the Hero Toys Big Red Devil before it was impossible to get. Now, it's hard to get right now, but it's not impossible. So if you have an inkling, a desire, a want for a Diablo 2 style Diablo, find the Hero Toys Big Red Devil, get it, because it's going to be the best Diablo we get. I can hear someone saying right now, but McFarlane will do it. No, he will give us a slightly articulated statue. Regardless, it will not have swappable hands. It will not have extra accessories. We'd be lucky if it was this big, honestly. Because from what I've seen, the quality of like his megafigs they're a good price point, but it's just not there for something like this. This is far superior to this. It is comparing a little bit of apples to turds, but I mean, it's turd. So with Big Red Devil, you have where you get some accessories with it. It's not a perfect figure, but it's still the best Diablo. He comes with a soul cube, which is pretty neat. I haven't tried to pry this off. I don't want to try to pry it off, but it's neat. It has where it fits in both of his outreached hands. He does have swappable hands, and they're not loose, but they're very easy to swap. I appreciate that. I could just take a twist and pull on there. I didn't throw the figure one way. I didn't herk the other hand another way. It's good. I personally like the fists. They have that one single back and forth hinge on there. It's wonderful. Wonderful. Now, again, far from perfect. Why is he far from perfect? Well, he does come with other accessories, which let's take a look at the main one here. He came with a mask, and this mask is really cool. Like, it has like a hole in there for like the soul stone in his head and stuff like that. And it's supposed to go over his face, and like it should look like super cool if it seemed like it was meant to actually go on his head. It's not even shaped for it, really. It's neat though. I appreciate the idea, but it's not made for that. So that just goes over to the side. The other accessory is flaming breath, which is pretty neat. Pretty neat. Let's see here. I'm gonna get that unzoom there so you can see inside his mouth. He has a slot inside of his mouth, and it matches the port there. It goes in, and boom, Diablo is now breathing fire. This is fantastic. He's burning your party members. It's wonderful. Your barbarian's dead. Wonderful accessory. Could he come with more? Maybe. But again, this is the best Diablo. He has articulated horns. You can wiggle those around any way you want to. I like them down, more reminiscent of Diablo from Diablo 2. The horns on his back are made of like a soft plastic, but again, they're still sharp as hell. Ha! He has a heavily articulated tail. It's wonderful. This thing is solid. It doesn't fall off. He does not have any bicep. He doesn't have any shoulder butterflies to go back and forth. But I've come to expect that from larger figures. It is a little limited in some ways going back and forth with that. But, you know, generally you can get some good outstretched poses like that. His arms do go all the way around. He does not have a bicep twist at the top. He has a twist at the elbow, which is fine. Down, 90, wonderful. Same kind of back and forth on the hand. He has excellent hips, twists at the top, double knees that work for his, I can't remember the name of the leg. Oh, we're talking about it. The weird dog leg. He has the weird dog leg thing, the dog foot thing. He has that. It works for his pose. You could get him in that Diablo 2 default pose where you go to face him and he's just kind of crouched down at like a 45-degree angle if you want to. It's what you can do. And again, I'm going to harp on it. This is the best Diablo we have gotten. I know there's like a NECA Diablo 3 Diablo. That's not my Diablo. My Diablo is big and bad, thick and chunky, pointy, and red. But one more thing I wanted to compare to. Here's the Mask of the Red Death from Four Horsemen. Just to give you an idea of the size of the figure there. And honestly, if this figure had come out this year, it would be in my top 10. But I did get it this year, so I could fudge it, and he'd be in my top 10. Again, if you can get your hands on this Diablo, get it. He's the perfect devil for your collection. Just big, sinister, painfully just pointy, kind of dangerously pointy. If you have a chance, get him. Again, I really do not see McFarlane putting out any kind of articulated Diablo figure for us. And also, if you think that medieval Spawn crowdfunding thing he's doing is going to be articulated anywhere near like his normal figures, I got a bridge to sell you. I got some tea in China to, get you to buy, because it's not going to happen. I'm sorry. It may have a little articulation from what we've seen from the figures that came out of the factory for the Diablo stuff, and like I think it was also Warhammer, possibly, but definitely I believe it was a test shot of a barbarian, and it has swappable parts and stuff, and it just has where it's got like maybe slightly articulated shoulders, bends at the elbow, and then you get to swap out parts, maybe the head twists. That's not an action figure. That's an articulated statue, and that's not what I want. I want an action figure. Well, this has been Billy Beige. The drawing for a Mask of the Red Death is still going. If you're watching this, please subscribe. I'm at 965. I only need 35 more people to hit 1,000 and then be able to pick a winner for the Mask of the Red Death. So subscribe, go like the video up in the top right-hand corner, and give it a comment. And when it hits 1,000, I'm going to draw for it. Even if it's after Legion's Con, don't care. That thing is going to somebody. I can't wait to find out who. So see you next time. Happy Halloween, and be safe.